Hey, sports fans, Coach Nick here, and I'm with Combo, and we are at the Summer League in Las Vegas at the Thomas & Mack Center at this beautiful studio that they let us use so nicely. And I'm so glad you can be here. I'm so glad we can be together. It's not often that we're together since we're on the opposite sides of the coasts. But Combo, how's Summer League treating you so far?
It's treating me great. It's always great to see great people, and you see a lot of faces, a lot of familiar faces, a lot of fans of B-Ball Breakdown, a lot of fans of Combo's Court. Yeah. They really love our live shows, and then you hear the stories from the fans, which is always great.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't even walk down the hallway without seeing somebody you know. And then we get to introduce our mutual friends to each other, which is always awesome.
Yeah, and everybody he knows I like.
Okay. Wow. You know?
So,
who would have knew?
Yeah, by the way, part of what I think is so nice, I haven't been to Summer League in a long time. It's been years.
Combo convinced Coach Nick to come to Summer League.
He did. And by the way, I'm fresh off of being in Japan for 2 weeks, so I don't even know
where he is,
what day it is. I don't know what's going on, but I'm here.
True story, though. Coach Nick. So Coach Nick had a meeting this morning right after we had lunch, and he did the LeBron right before he went to his meeting. He went,
right.
and then he walked out.
Yeah. So stay tuned. You never know what these meetings are going to result in, but they're all been very promising so far. With some people that you would probably recognize. So, but the other thing is having been sitting in my office, editing all the hours and hours at a time, not interacting with people in real life a lot. It's so nice to be out here and be able to talk to people.
Especially when you're with Combo.
Especially with the Combo, yeah. You're the best. So,
yes,
And we schedule this so he's going to have dinner with me because everyone else is busy eating
dinner
right now.
As long as dinner is on Coach Nick.
It will be.
I'm there.
All right.
I'm there, and I'm ordering everything.
But we got to talk about what we're here to talk about, which is Bronny James playing in the second summer league. Or did he play in the summer league last year? He did, right?
Yes. He had all the attention. He almost had the Cooper Wemby attention that they had. And now it's on Cooper, but it was on him last year.
Well, I'm going to throw it to you first to see what your impressions are so far. He's played in a few games. We've gotten, a good sense of what we're seeing from him. So, Combo, what do you think about Bronny so far, what you've seen?
I think Bronny and Cooper Flag are the future of this Lakers team, and I think they complement each other really well. I think the shot making has gotten better, and I think he's a defensive powerhouse on the other side of the court.
Why are you putting him on the same team as Cooper?
Luka. I said him and Luka.
Oh, Luka. I thought you said Cooper. Okay, good. Luka.
No, yes.
Really?
Bronny and Luka are the future of the Dallas Mavericks. And I think they complement each other really well.
Of the Mavericks?
Cooper and Luka.
Yes. Bronny.
Luka and Bronny are the future
of the Lakers. Okay.
Edit that all out.
No, we're going to keep that in there. And by the way, I'm the one who's on the weird time zone, and I was even trying to follow that.
A lot of meetings, Coach Nick.
Yes,
I love all over the place.
But we're with Bronny. We're with the Lakers. Here's the problem I have. Not the problem. I mean, listen, my evaluation of Bronny, what I've seen so far, is not going to be amazing in the Summer League. The thing is generally when you see a player who's played X amount of games in the NBA his first season, and they come back the second season. It's a really important moment to see how they're going to play. Now, in Bronny's defense, he played in 20 games, whatever. He was going back and forth in the G League, right? And so he's not the kind of guy where, I don't remember if it was Dame, but there's certain players who come back after, that wasn't Dame, but somebody who comes back, and he's so good and so dominant right away, they take him out after 2 games, That is not Bronny. Bronny has not gone through the crucible of an NBA season, G League season, and it doesn't look to me like he has got the glow yet.
But how do you feel about Bronny James averaging over 20 when it comes to his last 11 games in the G League, especially at his age? Right. And then on the other side of the floor, we know he has a great motor defensively. So with the combination of those two things, sounds like a recipe to success.
I like the defense. By the way, he plays great. And the best thing he does really that he's learned is to keep his chest open to the player. He's really good at being able to laterally move and keep him in front. So that's really going to be a great thing for him to translate, even in the NBA. Even I went through the footage in the G League to see when he was doing all those games. And I kind of meant to do a video. I didn't get around to it. But, the scoring was there a little bit, but there was still a lot of mistakes, a lot of turnovers, a lot of decision issues that you can't ignore. And it's the same thing coming out here. So, I'm going through there. His three-point shot, the release is too slow. They kick it out. It takes them way too long to catch, and they get it up and release. And it's not going in.
It depends on how much gravity you get. Like if they give you time to get it off, Is he a guy they're gonna like chase over on screens? You know what I mean?
And they shouldn't, because I don't think he's a great. And it's the rhythm of it as well, which is off. But it's the whole thing is too slow. And even when they're going to give him the 3-point shot,
right?
Giving him a 3-point shot, like they'll start to run out there, they'll put a hand up, and then he's not as fast. Even then, it's still like.
Why is it slow? It seems like he gets solid elevation.
It's just the footwork and getting the foot down and then getting the ball down up is the dip is slow. Everything is just too slow to me. And you're talking about the difference between a 1.2 second release versus what you want like 0.7. So it's like half of a second, which kind of goes by quick, but that's an eternity when you're getting shots off at the 3-point line.
So what's his ideal NBA role?
A guy off the bench who's going to be a tough defender, like Cason Wallace, I suppose, like that kind of thing.
Cason Wallace just won a championship. That's not bad.
Now, Wallace can shoot the three way better than Bronny, and Bronny's needs to be able to bring
Wasn't that Bronny's strength in high school, though, like his ability to shoot?
I don't think so.
You sure?
I don't think he shot amazing from the 3-point
I thought the IQ, the shooting, and the athleticism were... You know what it is? He is not at the level when it comes to decision-making and initiating offense yet that he needs to be at if he wants to be an NBA star. I'm not saying he will be an NBA star, but I think he needs more of that if he wants to become that level of player.
Yeah, at some point, like he's still young, so it's hard to really lock him into something, and I'll acknowledge that. His ball handling is still very loose. It's very shaky. Very shaky. And that's a problem.
He has less handle than Cooper?
Yeah. Oh, Cooper's handle. Because Cooper, listen, Bronny's got a target on his back, right? They're going to go at him because he's LeBron James' son. It's too bad. It's not fair, but that's what it is. Cooper also, some guy who wants to get a contract, I'm picking them up, Cooper Flag full court, right? But Cooper Flag's done a much better job under pressure to handle that with a dribble. Bronny is not. Bronny's been turning the ball over. It's been loose. It's been deflecting. That'd be the one thing you think that wouldn't be an issue. He's grown up in this, in the NBA world, and dribbling in my mind should have been the thing that got cleaned up right away.
They say his dad has no bag. Maybe it's genetic.
Well, you don't necessarily need the bag, quote unquote. You just need to be proficient in the.
I agree.
Under pressure, and and LeBron certainly is. He doesn't really have any issues with anybody's. No one's ripping him.
I think his handle's underrated, actually.
Yeah, and he'll pull out a tween cross, something like that.
Tween, give me two.
But Bronny's not there yet, and that's frustrating. I'm actually saying it from being frustrated that the development there hasn't come because 3-point shooting that gets better over time, over years as people mature. I totally get that. The ball handling, I think he should be better along at that point, and that then leads to decision making in terms of the passing and stuff like that. It's not there either. So I don't know if he's going to have a much better year than he had last year. It might ended up being pretty similar.
Does Bronny James make at least one NBA All-Star game throughout the course of his career?
I mean, from what we've seen so far, you probably would say no. But that's, again, he's young, so there is time. But if you go back and look at the Summer League performances of All-Stars, it probably doesn't
I told you about this earlier, though. Trae Young, very unimpressive in Summer League.
You know what? I'm trying to remember what I.
He was struggling to turn the corner. I was here for that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And then his rookie year was really good.
Great.
All right. So
then he was too good for Summer League. They couldn't even bring him back.
Right.
Yeah.
So all right. Well, we can file that under that, and maybe that can happen. But
the thing is, though, Trae Young is an elite level passer.
Yeah.
I mean, he has range. He's a great finisher.
Right. I mean, and by the way, Trae Young had we're not going to swear. He had a resume, man.
Yeah. His college resume is iconic.
Bronny did not.
Yeah.
So we're getting here. It's his second Summer League, not his first. He's had it, a year in the NBA, ish. So, it's an uphill battle, and listen. No one will be happier than me to see him get that high. Because that's if he were able to get to the All-Star level, that's going to be an incredible rise from where he is right now. That's just the truth. And it would be worth it for him. It would be an incredible story if he can do that. So, hey, Bronny, if you're going to be able to get to the All-Star level there, know that mountain you climb has been higher than anybody else's that I can think of in recent memory, Trae Young notwithstanding.
Well, he sold a lot of jerseys this year. So business-wise, he's on a great team-friendly deal.
And I'm sure, social media-wise, I'm sure he has an empire there he can build off of if he needs to. So, but it's time. It's time to start turning the corner on the skill development and try and find some success. But again, I think we're going to end up having something similar to what we saw, like last year.
So is it an automatic package deal if LeBron gets traded? Does Bronny go with him?
I don't know. I mean, his contract is probably so low that they could just throw it in there. That wouldn't be an issue either way.
Yeah.
I think that would be a true testament to how much power LeBron has in the NBA.
Yeah.
Right. If he has that kind of juice, then and to get Bronny to go with him, then yes. But I don't know. Maybe Bronny wants to stay in LA. That's where he's from.
We will see. We will see.
So that's what we're thinking about with Bronny. We've got lots more coming up. So stay tuned from a summer league, and we're glad that glad that you can be with you in person. It's always a better conversation there. And don't forget, sports fans, at BBALL Breakdown, we're not a channel. We're a conversation. You in? Are you in, Combo?
Yes, sir.